So here we are, the Sojourner whole herb division. So just looking at the window, manifesting in progress. I like that. I can smell the shop from here. So, foods or items that you recommend for someone who is newly awakened and just starting a spiritual journey?
Well, I've always told people that it depends on what path you're following, because different paths sort of recommend different things. And that would be either religious or spiritual practice that you'd be following.
I don't think I'm following any one practice.
Yeah, in that case,
still real new with it.
Yeah, then I would recommend like crystals or incense. That's usually what people go for first.
I got crystals and I have a sage.
Yeah, and that's another really common one.
So, okay. And so, how can herbs or candles be used to support spiritual practices, such as grounding, connecting with higher energies?
So you can create incenses out of herbs, but also with candles, you can actually put herbs onto the outsides of the candles, just according to what that candle, like what intention you want it to be for. And by combining them, you create a new thing for manifestation, essentially.
So, like, I've been trying to communicate with my spirit guide. So, my first two have been meditation, but I'm having issues focusing.
Yeah.
Anything you can recommend for that?
So that really is just practice over time that helps you.
Hopefully we had cured.
You can use a lot of things. Some people use aromatherapy. Some people use like singing bowls or certain like musical tools to help them get to a meditative state.
Okay.
But honestly, it really is just practice over time.
Okay. All right. I think that. What advice would you give someone who feels overwhelmed by this spiritual experience?
Just do one thing at a time. You don't have to get into everything all at once.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna purchase his. I feel some kind of way.
Yeah, the calcite. That's the calcite, and it's the way that it feels just in your hand. It's really nice.
Yes.
But especially the energies of it, because it's so clear, it's easier to relate to almost.
I read the little signs with each man and tried to choose the one, but that one I just wanted it.
Yeah, and that's a good way to choose these things. Essentially, what you're drawn to.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you one question. Why made you choose the name the Sojourner? Because I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were black owned from the name.
So Sojourner, the definition of one is a person on a spiritual journey that is taking a break. So essentially, the idea is that as humans, our spirits are taking a physical break from the spirit world. That was the owner. That's her explanation for it.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, and I'll put this right in the bag.
Okay. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. I'm at Crystal Connection, the second shop on my list. Hoping that it's more kind of in line with what I was expecting. We shall see. Let's go. she said, can you share any experience or story of individuals who come into the shop and have their awakening or spiritual journey unfold? What was the most common thing you noticed?
A lot of body reactions. So a lot of people will get chills, and like you can see the hair standing up on their arms.
Wow.
Just the overall positive energy that this place gives off is
it's
insane.
very welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the entrance.
So I feel like that would be like the biggest thing most people say.
A lot of people experience like a warming sensation in their hands, especially when they're feeling like certain stones that are like meant for them. You kind of feel like this sensation. At least that's what I've experienced myself personally as well.
So if you don't feel a warming sensation, does that mean the stone isn't for you?
It's kind of hard to describe. Like, it's definitely a different experience for each person. For me personally, when I'm like holding a stone that I know is kind of like for me, I'll normally get like some kind of gut feeling or like the warming sensation in my hands. Normally what I'll do is like if I'm debating between two stones, put one in each hand, and then like whichever one kind of like gives off the vibes or like a warming sensation in my hand, it's kind of like, okay, that one was meant for me. Like, that's the stone for me.
I like the way this one feels, but I didn't feel any of that. So should I keep looking? Because this is literally the first one I picked up.
If you're drawn to it, then like I said, it's kind of different for every person. So it's kind of hard to describe because it's a different feeling for each person depending on like how open you are to the spirituality of everything. And since you are just starting off, it is going to be a little bit different for you than it is for me. Yeah, I started my journey 7 years ago when I was 17.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's definitely, I've been having a good time.
Yeah.
And let me ask you one more question.
Yeah.
How can one work with spirit guides or ancestors to enhance their connection to the spiritual realm?
I don't personally practice anything in the spiritual realm, so I can't really answer that question for you, unfortunately.
Oh, it's okay. Where are the crystals that I can pick up and kind of see how they feel?
Yeah, of course. Oh, we have a bunch of crystals. So literally every case around here on the bottom. So we have
visited 2 shops today. These are my purchases from the Sojourner Earth Provisions. I wasn't real impressed with that shop, and you can see that I didn't purchase much. Second shop I went to, Nexion, and these are my purchases. You could just see the big difference in the packaging. They were just so much better as far as explanations, interacting with me as a customer, answering all my questions. The energy, the space, everything was just A+. Loved it. Crystal Connection.